Morning guys, it's been a very long time since I made a video and recorded anything, so I'm not ready for the day, as you can see. So I thought while I'm getting myself ready for the day, I'm going to do some filming today. We've recently come back from Greece, so I want to do a vlog on that. So while I'm getting ready this morning, I thought I'd come on and we can have a little sort of chatty, sort of get ready with me for the day video. Excuse my hair. I stupidly went to bed last night with it still damp. Did not blow dry it, and now this morning it looks like, I don't know. So I'm going to run the straighteners through it, do some skincare, and give you a bit of a catch-up on what's been going on. So I think it's been, gosh, more than 6 months since I did my last update video with you guys. It's not from a lack of wanting to. It's been good. Everything's going well. Weight loss is going really well. Like I said, we've just come back from a holiday a couple of weeks ago, which was wonderful. We loved it. There's been, Mia started secondary school and things, so things have been a little bit crackers. Anybody else have these really old GHD straighteners? I think hubby bought me these when we first started going out. We've been together for 21 years, so now it's I would imagine about 18 years old these GHDs are. They're still going strong, so can't fault it. Sorry, the dog's barking. I think the postman is here. Yep, the postman. As we said. You can hear him before I do. So going back to what I was saying. So Mia started secondary school, so that's been a bit bonkers. I've had a couple of sort of minor health things going on. Nothing I really want to go into in this video, but nothing major either. So I've just been having those things checked out. And to be honest, I've been spending quite a bit of time on myself and getting my headspace better, because as you know, I've had my ADHD diagnosis a year ago in April. I probably should say this, we're at the end of June in 2026 now, just to put it out there. So it's been about 14 months or nearly 15 months since my ADHD diagnosis, so I've been getting my head around that and reading some books and stuff. I'm trying to learn to give myself a little bit of a less hard time than I have for the last 47 years of my life. So that's what I've been doing, really. I mean, trying to come up with ideas of new things for the website and the shop. I'm hopefully going to be launching some new products for autumn and winter, which I'm really looking forward to. I've just wanted a little break from that and to focus on me and my health and things. So that's what I plan to do. But I have had sort of thoughts for a few years that I've told a few people, but not very many, that I've always, when I was working, I loved to learn. So I always used to enjoy, self-development and stuff. And, I've always had sort of a fascination with sort of psychology and sort of true crime and those kinds of things. So what I really wanted to come on to say today was that I am starting an open university degree in September. So I've signed up for 3 years. I'm going to do it full time alongside doing stuff for this business if it works out the way I want it to and the way I see it to. So I'm going to be a full-time student. I'm going to be studying forensic psychology for 3 years. I'm really, really looking forward to it. It's something, like I said, has always been sort of close to my heart. And I think with everything that has sort of come through my life and stuff, hopefully it'll help me understand myself better, but also possibly open some doors for different roles for the future. Because if this last 10 years of being out of work has taught me anything, I'm not the kind of person that wants to be stuck at home feeling sorry for myself and being ill. So if I can better myself in that way, then that's what I want to do for years. Caring for me as a baby and as a child, and caring for sick parents and things. I think I've come to the realisation now that it's time for me to do some sort of stuff for myself. And I think going back to university, well, not going back to university, I've never been to university, but starting university and doing something for me that I enjoy It's going to give me that sort of sense of achievement and goals and stuff. So I don't know what I want to do with it in the future, but I think, you know, I always say to me, if you choose something for your career that you enjoy doing, then you're more likely to you know, thrive at it and things. So not that I didn't enjoy what I did for my job before. Of course I did. I loved my job. You know, I loved all the people I worked with and, you know, all the people that we sort of supported and helped and stuff. But, you know, I did do a very a brief sort of introduction to counselling course many years ago now, but I really enjoyed it, and I liked the sort of psychology part of that, and I never followed it through, and I should have. You know, I met Simon then, and, you know, we got married and had Mia and things, so that sort of fell by the wayside, if you like. But yeah, now is the time to focus on what I want to do. And yeah, so I don't know if I can call myself a student, but I'm going to be a student. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. I want to do some more videos on that. I'd like to expand the channel and my website really to include some other things, which not going to go into too much now. I don't want to give too much away in one go, but so that's what I intend to do. So we'll have to see. I really should not have tied my hair up to go to bed last night when it was still semi-damp, because it's left a nice little kink in there. Oh, talking of hair as well, I think I may have mentioned it in one of my last videos that I was having issues with hair loss. That seems to have be rectifying itself now, which is great. I've got a lot of, I don't know if you can see here, but a lot of sort of new sort of baby hair coming, which is good, because although I had really extremely thick hair before my surgery, I was getting a little bit paranoid about how thin it was getting around the front more than anything, and I've lost quite a bit in the back. Good job, my wonderful hairdresser. She has been keeping a really good eye on it for me, and I've been going in every sort of 7 or 8 weeks just to make sure that I'm not losing it in patches. I was losing it up from sort of, basically it was thinning all over rather than clumps of hair coming up, which is good. So the good news is it's starting to grow back. It's in really, really good condition. I really try, and since the hair loss started, I used to wash my hair every other day before surgery, but I've been trying to only do it twice a week now. And I try not to use the straighteners every day if I can help it, or any heat really, because I know I don't want to put any more sort of more pressure or tension on my hair as it's trying to grow back and things. But yeah, I've fortunately been able to continue to have my colour. I've definitely gone lighter, and maybe that's the sun as well when we were in Greece, but it's definitely gone lighter than it was previously, which I quite like. I've also changed it to, as many people may know, I've always for a very, very long time had a side parting, but I've changed it now to a centre parting, just to frame my face a little bit. I feel like I used to do a sort of centre to sort of hide my chubbiness on my cheeks and stuff, but yeah, I've gone more for a centre parting now, so with sort of long bangs here in the front, just to give my face a little bit of frame and shape and things. So that seems to be working out well. So yeah, you can see it's a lot. I mean, I've got a month or so now before I have my hair done again, my roots and things. But yeah, it's substantially lighter than it was before, but the condition of it feels really nice now. It's thickening out nice. I just need to put some, when I finish straightening, I'll just put some serum on it, because I do get these sort of fly away bits that are from the new bits of hair that's growing back. So yes. So my plan for the day is finish doing this. I'm going to do a bit of skincare. I don't know if any of you guys have got any sort of recommendations, but I'll go through my makeup bag with you in a sec. But I've been loving and using Charlotte Tilbury makeup foundation for, I would say, about 18 months. A year last Christmas, I think I had my first lot of Charlotte Tilbury. And stupidly, I bought, when they had offers on, just after Christmas, I bought myself new foundations, knowing that I was sort of coming to the end of them, and then forgetting then that I was going to be abroad for a fortnight, and that obviously I was going to my skin colour was going to change. So I don't know whether I can get away with through the summer not wearing as much foundation, or whether you guys can give me any clue on how I can sort of even out my skin tone without putting too much sort of base on, because my skin has improved so much since I've lost weight. I'm really enjoying doing my skincare now. Hubby bought me an Elemis set for Christmas, which I'm still using. I'll show you the face cream and things that I use. So I'm really enjoying that, but I don't know whether to just basically go for sort of a tinted moisturiser or something now, or, you know, buy a new foundation, or buy a sort of a cheaper branded version of something for now, just while we're in the summer. But yeah, my foundation is substantially lighter than my actual skin is now. So yeah, if you've got any ideas on what you use in the summer. I don't tend to use a lot of makeup when I'm just at home anyway, just a base, and I usually use, I'll show you now in a sec, but I usually use the bronzer and highlighter and blush, but I tend to use those for, sorry, I'm just trying to tame down the flyaway bits. I tend to use them for eyeshadow as well, because I don't tend to do eyeshadow if I'm not going sort of out and about, or, you know, out for a meal or whatever, and mascara and a little bit of lippy usually. So my routine is quite basic, but I'm enjoying looking after myself a little bit more than I have in recent years, really. I'm taking a bit more pride in how I look and things. So yes, with regard to the weight loss and stuff, I'm not going to go into how much I've lost, but it is quite substantial compared to what I was when I started. Let me just put my glasses on because I can't see very well. I'll do my skincare in a sec. I've had a wash and things and done all that upstairs, but I'll do my moisturiser and things. Yeah, the weight loss has been excellent. I feel like a completely different new person than what I did before. Health-wise, I've still got the ailments that I had previously that I was hoping that the surgery would rectify. However, that hasn't happened as yet. I mean, I've still got, you know, a little way to go. I'm just a year and a month post-surgery, so, you know, I'm hoping for a little bit more progress as well. But I'm looking forward to having some Botox injections in my scalp, on my forehead and my neck, to help with pain relief from my IIH headaches and things that I get on a daily basis. Hopefully they'll make me feel a bit better. I've been on a referral list, excuse me, I was referred to that for, gosh, back in September, October time by my neurologist, and I'm still on the waiting list for that. So yeah, as soon as I get that, I'll let you know, when perhaps I'll do a little video on how different I feel after it. I've heard really good things about it. Apparently it really, really helps. So anybody who's sort of suffering with persistent migraine or headaches and things seem to get a lot of relief from it. So I'm looking forward to that. So I got that coming up. The only other downside, I suppose, of weight loss is that every item of clothing, other than socks, I've had to get rid of everything that I own and replace it all, which is, you know, can be quite costly. I've tried not to buy things on a whim, and just bought things for the season, like a couple of each thing, like, you know, a pair of jeans in one size, but then I'm tending to wear them when I've gone a size smaller as well, just so they look a little bit oversized, rather than me having to buy jeans 2, 3, 4 pairs in the same size. So it was nice to buy stuff for holidays, as you'll see from the Greece vlogs that I'm going to put out in the coming weeks now, that for the first time in, gosh, I want to say 14 years, I wore a bikini every day for a fortnight while we were away, and it was liberating. It was wonderful. I was a little bit self-conscious, because the downside of obviously the weight loss is the loose skin and stuff. Like I say, I've still got a little way to go, but I'll do a proper sort of weight loss video on what I'm eating now over the next couple of weeks, and I can keep you guys informed on what I've lost so far. But yeah, the loose skin thing is an issue, but then I have to think to myself, what's the best thing to have? You know, is it to be 21 stone 5 that I was, or is it to be the weight that I am now with having looser skin than I had? And I can tell you, I'm definitely happier the weight that I am now with loose skin than I was at 21 stone 5. So, and a size 26. So yeah, so that's a very sort of brief update on that. I'm just going to grab my moisturiser now and do that. I'm just going to pin the front of my hair back while I put some skincare on. You guys need to let me know how you were doing as well, because like I said, it's been a hot minute since I spoke to and released one of these. So yeah, keep me posted on what's been going on and stuff. Yeah, this is, sorry, I'll show you now once I've finished doing it, but this LMS moisturiser that I've been using is absolutely beautiful. I think it was in like a gift pack set that hubby got me for Christmas with sort of bath stuff, and it's got like a face mask in there, body moisturiser, this facial moisturiser, and it smells like a spa. That's the only way I can describe it. It's beautiful. So I've been really enjoying this. So I'm not going to put any makeup on for a minute. I'm going to leave this sit for a second. I'm just so my skin is extremely dry across my sort of T-zone. It's really, really dry, but I do get oily sections as well. So I just like to leave, it's like my skin sort of drinks it up. So I just want to leave that on for a couple of minutes now, and I'll go through my makeup bag with you, see if you guys have got any ideas on what I can do, because yeah, I'm at a loss at the moment. I haven't got anything sort of planned or to go out to put a full face of makeup on, but I'd like to have something just in case I feel the need to get dressed up a bit. But yeah, this is the Elemis Pro Collagen Marine Cream I've been using on my face, and it's absolute, like I say, it feels sort of lovely and soft, very luxurious, and like I say, it came in like a gift set and stuff. So I'm not going to put anything else on my face a sec. I'm just going to go through with you what I've been, I've been just grabbing my makeup bag, what I've been using over the last 18 months, see if you guys can enlighten me to what I can be using instead, because like I said, unfortunately I replaced my beautiful skin in the same colour that I always tone that I've been buying for the last 18 months, and I've got a brand new one, and now it's too light. So yeah, I've got the Beautiful Skin concealer and foundation here. So I mean this is in a faux warm, so do I go a shade darker? Do I use it as is and bronze it up a bit more, or do I just go a shade darker? But I definitely don't want to be spending this much money for when I'm not going to be able to use in the autumn and winter when my skin goes back to its sort of usual colour, if you like. The other thing I really, and I swear by, is the Charlotte Tilbury Invisible UV Primer. Flawless, gosh, that's a mouthful. Invisible UV Flawless Poreless Primer. I had this, I think, in a sort of a tester one. Did one order once, and then I bought the big one because it was so lovely, so lightweight. This has got a nice actual colour to it. I don't know if you can see from the nozzle there. So it is sort of tinted a little bit as well. So, I can still use that, but obviously I sort of even it out with some bronzer. So that's what I've been using from there. I've also used the Pillow Talk Beauty Light Wand. I've been using that. And then my Pillow Talk, where is it? I don't know where my lipstick is now. Have a look. Is it in this one? It may be in my handbag actually. But my Pillow Talk lip liner. Oh, is it here? And this lip bluster I really like as well. That's the Pillow Talk lip bluster. So that's more like sort of a gloss. A glossy sort of Pillow Talk. Whereas Pillow Talk is usually quite matte. So I've been using that one as well. That's really, really nice. But I try not to use everything all of the time because I'm not a sort of a daily user of them. I just don't want them to go off or go funny in the meantime. For years and years and years, I've used this Rimmel set of highlighter, bronzer and blush. That's what I tend to do on a daily basis. I don't tend to use Beauty Light Wand all the time. But yeah, and then the Sleep Cheat Liner Duo. I really, really enjoy this lip eyeliner. Obviously this one here goes on your inside, makes your eyes look really bright, and then this one then for the top. So that's been really helpful and really good. I bought that, like I said, when it was on offer. This is my absolute favourite mascara I've ever used. Push Up Lashes Pillow Talk one. It's absolutely incredible. The wand is quite thin. It doesn't clump or anything on there. It's focusing on me now instead of... Yeah, so I love that. So I need to get some more of that at some point. And the last but not least, the airbrush setting spray. So I haven't used much of this because I haven't done a sort of full face of makeup for a while, but yeah, so that as to sort of finish off. But that's what I've been using at the moment. So if you guys can think of anything else that you think can help with changing up my colours, because like I say, I'm struggling a minute because nothing is the right tone for me, and I don't really want to be spending however much it is, 50 quid or whatever, on a foundation, and then maybe 30 more for a concealer just for a couple of months. If you can think of anything that you think might be useful with regard to me right now, or some sort of dupes or alternatives you can think of. I've gone from having quite a sort of wanting a thick coverage to being older now and losing the collagen now, especially since I've lost weight. I've noticed that it sort of sits in my fine lines and stuff a bit more, so I don't want to have anything too thick or whatever on my skin. So the lighter the better, really. So if there's like I say, tinted moisturiser or something that you guys swear by, please let me know, and I'm down for all kinds of recommendations, really. So thank you for sitting with me and letting me do my hair and putting my skincare on. I'm gonna put a bit of makeup on now, and then I'm gonna get on with starting to edit and record some information for these Greece vlogs. I'm not sure how I'm gonna... I've got so much footage of individual things, and I know that, you know, some people are going as sort of adult family, some people are going as, you know, family with small children, some people maybe going with families with sort of teenagers and stuff. So I'm going to try and cover it all, but I don't think I'm going to be able to cover it all in one vlog, so I may have to just do sort of the general what it's like, an overview of the resort, the amenities, and maybe the entertainment, and then do another one then with regard to food in the different restaurants, what's included, the variety, all those kinds of stuff, and then maybe go into more of the kids clubs and things like that in another video then. So obviously you'd only pick the video that would suit you and your family then, rather than it just being a sort of generic skip to, you know, minute 32 or whatever if you don't want to hear this bit. But I've got a plan in my head. As always, I know what I want to do in my head. It's just getting it done and getting it down on paper, really. So yeah, so that's what I'm going to do today, is finish off doing that. Please let me know how you guys are doing. Like I say, sorry it's been some time, but it's nice to be back and to have a catch up with you all. So let me know how you're all doing, and I look forward to seeing you soon in the next one. If you haven't already and you've enjoyed this catch up with me, please like and share it and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye.